And I had this dream, a 2-week dream of the future. And I saw the last days, and I saw fire, and I saw literally cold and ice, and I saw fire, and just acres of fire. I mean, today, right now in California, there's, I think it's been over 100,000 acres burned.
Yeah,
just the last few days.
It's horrible.
500. People say, well, nothing's going. Judgment. Did you know drought is really a judgment of God? The headline today, California fire update, just in the Valley fire alone is 67,000 acres on fire. The report a few minutes ago, and I'm sure it's much bigger now, is 500 homes have been destroyed.
That's right.
And the drought is the worst. It's what they call the 500-year drought, which that doesn't mean it comes every 500 years, but it's the one that would show
It's
up.
worse than the last 500 years.
Yeah.
Just as long as people have been out there.
What is going on with the West Coast prophetically? Why is, California, LA, for instance, has a year of water maximum left. There's cities that are out of water now. They said they're living like third world countries in some of the cities in California. And now the scientists just came out, a week ago, and said that there could be a 9.2 anytime now earthquake that would destroy everything with a tsunami west of Interstate 5. Because you told us years ago that something's going to happen with a major earthquake.
Yeah, many years ago, the Lord showed myself and Bob Jones and another prophetic friend, Paul Kane, about a coming earthquakes, but a big one that was going to hit California. Many people have seen this over a long time, but he gave us real specifics. And he said he was going to send a warning shot, and that would verify, and that the bigger ones coming later, the warning shot, he told us specific things that were going to happen, and they did. Of course, Bob Jones had great detail on the San Francisco earthquake. He foretold that it would be 7 on the scale. He said it'd be centered in Northern California, but south of San Francisco, the bridges would be dangerous. He even said the whole world will see this earthquake. And of course, it happened on the first day of the World Series.
Yes.
We couldn't figure out some of that until it happened. But,
Yeah.
but then he started speaking to us about a Japanese earthquake. And Bob Jones received more on this than anyone else, but a big one was coming, a tsunami. He knew about the nuclear radiation, but didn't know where that was coming from. And but he said, what we had inquired of the Lord, did we start telling people, get out of California? He says, no, not until the Japanese quake. He said, until then, tell them to stay unless they hear from him to leave. But he said, after that, tell them to leave unless they hear from him to stay.
Wow.
And so at that earthquake, but usually the things that he's shown us has taken 10, 15, sometimes even 20 years to happen. Now, I didn't want to say that this probably isn't going to happen for a long time, because I didn't know. The Lord, we never know. It could happen next week. It could be 15 years or so. But some people, you tell them, well, you got 10 or 15 years, they're going to drag their feet.
Right.
When some people need to respond, start moving quickly. I start praying for things like a drought to come upon California, so it would force them out. They would have to start leaving and things like that. And
You've actually advised people to leave California.
yeah, I'm telling them now it's time to get out. Unless you're here to stay, because there is going to be a great harvest, a great revival.
The helpers, the people that are going to
there are
minister
some people
to
who are called to be there.
Yeah. Yeah.
And the safest place we could ever be is in God's will.